Okay. We go see the bus puppies. Come on, Papa. I'm so glad she's finally decided it's okay to hang with him. Come on, Pop. Go, go, go. Yeah, you get him, Pop. Yeah, you get him. You good girl. You didn't lie down. You didn't surrender. Good girl. Okay, before this storm comes, let's have a look at the bus. Old hospital bus. Still can't believe how cheap this was. I can't believe it. I've been looking at other people's stuff other people have, and ridiculous prices. It's really quite insane what people are trying to charge for old caravans and things. It's ridiculous. You want like $5,000 for crappy old caravan with nothing really in it and no room to move. Here we go. The bush bus is right here. Now I'm seeing there's a problem with this floor there. So I'm going to pull up this green flooring. It's here. I got these little things for a sample, to see if they're of any use to this. And I'm thinking probably what I need to happen is just pull everything up and have a look at what's down there first and foremost, and go from there. I'm going to try and get as thin a board pillow as I can. See, that's only, how many metres is that? That's only 1.75 metres, and that's the expensive Sound Logic one. So acoustic foam. So let's start with this here. And I think I can see why they have done what they've done. There's someone's put glue on the original flooring, which the original flooring is not that bad. It's like they tried gluing this shit down. I really hate it when stuff happens and people glue this crap. It kind of gets to me, because now I'm going to have to unglue this entire floor and refix it. This green stuff is not staying under any circumstances, so it'll be gone. It's coming out. Can be used somewhere else, maybe for something. It's not staying in here. It's ugly and horrible. I don't like it. What a terrible colour to put down. Green squares. Okay. Well, the good thing is that the floor under this is going to be, for the most part, pretty flat and level, so I won't have to worry about upsetting any apple carts with that. What I'm going to do with the leftover crappy green shit, stick it up on the table here till I decide what I'm going to do with it. I guess you do what you've got to do at the time, like whoever was in it was an old person, so, and I'm getting old myself. So basically, we're just wanting to take all of this crap down. Then I'm going to get some kind of glue remover to try and get this floor back to normal, to a normal point. And what I will do though, is I'm going to bring a couple of planks up and see whether or not there's any bends and bows in this flooring, because if there is, I'm going to have to level it off, and I feel like there might be a bow around here, and I really don't like this noise. I don't like what's underneath, but I think it looks better than the green floor. The original floor is just grey laminate, and I might be able to actually like some kind of rust there. I don't know what that is. Quite the job to get it sorted. But you can see like the difference when you got green flooring than when you got non-green. Just looks better. Even crappy floor looks better than the green, I must say. Just does. So they probably took quite a while trying to fix all this together. Oh, no doubt about that. Hang on. This is becoming a bit of an issue. So what I'm going to do is let's stick back a little bit of space somewhere here. I don't know how it's meant to be. Just to hold it. It's not really. I'm not seeing a place to stick it in and hold it, so I'll just sit there. Good thing is this wasn't lino that was screwed up and glued everywhere. The little bits of glue they've used, they haven't done over the top, so that's good. I think it's going to be a hell of a lot better once I sort this all out. I may even be able to fix up these curtains somehow. It's crazy because it's such a nice, it is such a nice bus. We are leaning this way. We're not straight. The bus needs to be higher, this way, lower this way. So the bus is not level anyway at this point, at the back. More level up the front. Right, now. I'm frightened that I'm going to find some. You're kidding me. That's wood. That is wood. That's actually wood. Wow. Okay. Wow. That's a piece of wood. Now, why is there a plank of wood there? There must be some kind of reason for that. I'm getting dizzy as anything here. I need a vacuum cleaner that can reach over here, or a decent broom set. I just don't know why on earth you would put green. If you're going to do that, put something else like brown or black or something, but not green. Green is, maybe they needed to see, maybe the green was a slight thing. Sometimes people do things for reasons we don't understand. Stanislaw. Hi, how you going? Good morning. I'm just pulling out these mats from my bus. So these are all over the floor and they look terrible. So I'm pulling them out because I'm going to put down some nice floorboards, but I'm still in the process of trying to find some actual floorboards that are actually going to work. So we'll figure that out soon. But right now we're pulling up crappy flooring. So now we have the bottom of the bus exposed, which is what I was meaning to do for a few days. So you can see here. Hi Aislinn, how you going? Good to see you. Okay, let's have a look. So this is what was underneath all that horrible green foam. There's some more green foam. I'll grab that. One down there. I don't want this whacking me in the head. So there's all this stuff here, which looks like wood. That's wood in the middle there. So I'm going to put floating floorboards in here once I clean this floor up. I'm going to put floating floorboards in here, and it's going to be a lot better than green foam. I can tell you that. What I'm going to do before I do that though is give this a really thorough clean. The other thing I'm thinking and considering of doing is, we have this bench here, which I'm thinking of actually removing that bench and just sitting a something else there, or it needs new cushions and stuff. Those cushions aren't any good. I'm going to probably take these. I'm really not sure what's under them though. They might be the battery boxes, so we might not be able to remove them. But if we can't remove them, I'm going to do a better table than what's here. I don't like the table that's here. I'm going to get a wooden table instead, something that actually is wood grain that will match the floating floorboard. And that's what I'm going to do. So I've been shopping. You see here, these are, I've got these in my music room. These floors, these are really nice. They would actually look really good in here because the surroundings, of course, is the bush, and Australian bush is really about wood and stuff. So the view from the window here is the horse paddock and some creek bush and stuff. You walk out here and the creek is right there. So if the creek is running, it's going to be crazy. But this old bus is an old hospital bus that was used for accommodation. So initially it was a commuter bus that would have had seats all through it, and then somebody turned it into a small, tiny home. So I've got really, really, really lucky. Lady had it on for $6,500. And the roof is bloody awesome. I do need to do nothing to this roof. This is better than any caravan you'll ever see. It has a metal solid roof. There is no leaks. All the skylights and everything are fine. They all work. You can see up outside. All the vents are working. Sorry about that. I just lost my handle on that. The windows are fantastic. There's big view. These do open, so you can let in plenty of air. I'll need to redo the fly screens on some of them, but some of them are perfect. But you can get plenty of air in here, and look at your view. So if you're coming up here for a weekend, there are options for you. There's an area with music studio stuff. I'm going to put a karaoke thing in here so that people who come and stay and want the farm life, like a weekend in the bush experience, they can do quad biking, they can do horse riding. If they don't know how to ride, I can give them a lesson. And then they can stay in the bus. And there's a fully functioning kitchen once it gets fixed up. There's a toilet and shower area there. And I'm going to build another outdoor area, which is going to be another outdoor bathroom, which will be separate to this area. So that will have the shower, but the actual toilet can be also outside, another toilet outside, but it's going to be on a deck. So I'm going to build a deck around here. Then you don't want to look at my shed, so what we'll do is put some trees around here for privacy and make a beautiful little picket fence line there with a gate, so the bus can be moved if it needs to be. The bus actually is supposedly still can work, so the engine's bay's in here. So I'm going to think about cleaning all this up, which has been left in not the greatest of conditions. I'm going to clean all this front area up and try to find a way to cordon that off nicely so that you don't really see the seats and you're not really having to worry about all that, but you can still get a little bit of a view down that way. You've also got a set of windows over here as well. And then this door I'm thinking of replacing with a wooden door and getting rid of that altogether, because I don't need the hydraulic door and it doesn't work unless you have the batteries and the engine running. I don't like the hydraulics. What I would do is pop a wooden door here, bifold door, that opens like this, but is a nice wooden door. And of course it won't have a trouble because there will be a big awning out over the top of the bus. So the view, and you know, in the afternoon the people come out here, there'll be a little barbecue area here, and their view is going to change from, they'll be up on a balcony, so they'll be able to see out over, and it'd just be a nice little spot to stay for people once it's all done. And of course, like, I've never remodeled a bus, but I'm very lucky. Most of these things, this can be fixed, and then these can be replaced and repainted, or put with something different on there. So I can change that and put another bit of wood in and make that all wood if I want to. It doesn't have to stay in the colour scheme it's in. It can all be done up nicely. But they all still work. There's nice deep cupboard storage space there. So if people do come and stay, they've got somewhere to put their stuff for a night or two. I've got to get myself a mattress. I need to measure up this bed and find a mattress that will fit in there. I think it's a regular double bed size. I'm not absolutely certain, but I think it is a regular double bed. If I get a nice mattress there, it'll be really nice. And honestly, what I would do here is pop in some more drawers and things, and space for a little telly or whatever for your computer, or even put a little writing desk or something in here. This is going to have to stay where it is because that's your engine cover. You don't want to take the engine apart if you ever wanted to sell the bus or get it on the road so you could use it. It would be worth putting back on the road, to be honest. It is a very long bus. It's not small. Like, it's not like a Toyota Coaster small. It's a lot bigger than one of them. Or some Toyota Coasters are about this size, but it's a very wide bus too. It's 8 foot wide, and the 2.5 metres wide and 8 metres long. So you're looking at about 6.5 metres actual living space, which for somebody coming for a weekend, not a problem. All this will be remodified, and what I will do as well is redo this bench top. This bench top is old, outdated. All the electricity's been redone in it, so that's fantastic. All I need is some blinds for up here, or some kind of curtain for up here, that kind of, you can sort of shift across but won't land on top of that. And like, the bathroom is crap, but I'll do something with it. I'll make it bigger and better. It's big enough to have a shower in. It is big enough to have a shower in. It's got lights and everything. It's got hot water hooked up. Everything is there to make it good. Everything is ready to make it good. So I'm excited about this. And once I get this floor going well, it's going to be a heck of a lot better. So this is an old fridge. I will replace this. I don't think I would keep that fridge in there. I would take that out. It's a gas fridge, and I don't like gas fridges. I will remove that. And I would just put a small little bar fridge in. If people are only staying overnight, there's no need for it to be a huge fridge or a freezer or anything like that. So that will go. And I may be able to even, there might be somebody who's got an old RV that wants that gas one. How to remove it, I don't know, but I'll figure it all out. So yeah, and we've got another skylight up here. So I'll give all them a thorough clean. Everything can be cleaned and fixed up. We've got vents that need cleaning. They work, but they need cleaning. There's even speakers hooked up. So you've got a good sound system in here, which will be perfect if I do put a karaoke unit in here for people to karaoke. Now where this part here is, I'm going to line this here with something nice, like a wooden, maybe wood or some kind of If it's not wood, it'll be a lot nicer than that carpet, put it that way. It will be a lot nicer than that. And it'll look a lot better than that. But honestly, this bus was $1,500. That's all I paid, and then I paid $450 to get it delivered. I paid a little bit extra because I wanted the guy to specifically move it into here, and he did. He did a great job. We just had to nudge it with the tractor at the back end. On the outside, the bus looks like crap, but can you imagine what's going to look like once it's all done up? It's going to look fabulous. And look at it. I love it. I don't want to touch the outside. I think the outside's perfect. It actually fits in with this place. And my old tack box up there, my little tack box there, which has got all my saddles and stuff in, I'm going to do a mural on that. I'm going to paint a big mural on that, and that'll be nice. And so now we got rid of that horrible, crappy stuff. I'm pleased. And I got some samples over. I've got some samples at the house that I'm going to take a look at and try to fix. I wouldn't even mind. See, someone took that big window out. I would have kept that window there. Made a small window there. I would have kept the big window, to be honest. I would have kept the big window. But it's okay. Privacy-wise, it's probably best not to. But I'm going to put a deck out here. So this is going to just be a huge deck that's up to the height of the living. So it'll be up and a big rail around so the horses can't get in there. And there'll be a fence around here as well. This is my plan. Because people like her, she wants to be doing stupid stuff. But that's how the bus looks from the outside. I love it. Look at it. It looks like something from Mad Max. You would think you're in a Mad Max movie. I love it. What do you think, Aislinn? Are you still there? Do you like the bus? I love it. And it used to be a hospital bus for a mental hospital, which makes it even better. It's got some history to it. It used to cart around all the people that weren't doing so well. I would have been somebody in that bus years ago if I was living in near that place. I like it though. I think it's got character. It's got excellent character. It's like the coolest bus I've ever. Well, I've never owned a bus. It's the coolest bus I've ever seen. As far as old crappy buses, it's the best one I've ever seen. The inside is so surprising. I'm surprised she had it 6,500 and I got it for 1,500 just because she needed it gone so she could sell the place. She's a lovely lady too. Once I get those measurements and get a new mattress in there, get new curtains in there or blinds. I wouldn't mind putting Venetian blinds in actually. Or something like a roller blind or something like that. It's going to be fantastic. It's going to look fantastic. And it's going to be like great. It will be a most awesome project. And I'm more than happy to start working on it sooner rather than later. It shouldn't cost too much to do it either. I'm pretty inventive and I'm good at doing things for very, very cheap because I've never had a lot of money, so I've always had to do things for a cheap price. But and like over there's a cemetery over there too, but it's a peaceful view from the bus. Of course I'll get rid of all this stuff and I'll put up, what I'll also do is be putting some plants up to sort of come to a certain level so that you've got a bit more shade over here as well, but you can still see out. So they'll get a nice view. And I'll have a horse paddock right next door. So it'll be good. Very exciting. Oh, wow. Sky over there. Beautiful. So now that I've got an idea of how the floor is going to work, there's no big surprises under the floor. It's all just there. It just needs a good clean. Just get some power up to there and clean it up. The only thing I've got to do is get an electrician to come out and take a look at my electrical outlets up here, so I can see if I can't get one hooked up just for the bus. That way we don't have to worry about any gas at all, and that way I can get in something like an air conditioner and get that all working. In Australia the temperatures are extreme, so you don't want to really have gas cylinders out here if you can help it. People do, but I don't like it. So I'd like to not have to run things on that. Hey, buddy. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'm pretty excited. Look at this boy. Hey, talk. Talk, 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 talk. But yeah, and it suits. Like it fits in with everything. It doesn't look like a big eyesore over there. It actually fits in. Had it been a different coloured bus, it would have probably not looked so great. But I like it. It's got a bit, it's like camouflaged. It's got a bit of like this, a bit of like that, and I like it. It's cool that they turned it into an RV. So cool. So it was turned into a house in 1984. That's when they turned it into a house, which is super cool. Yeah, I love it. It's great. Okay. Mission accomplished. I pulled up the horrible green floorboards. It looks better even with the crappy floor, so. A lot of traffic today for a weekend. Now, this area is starting to get very noticed. People are starting to want to come out here a lot. When I first lived out here, you hardly saw any cars at all. We might see one or two, except for maybe people coming home to or from work. But very few, maybe 2 cars a day. Now they're all coming through constantly. I think it's because of the push to throw all the people from the cities up into the regional areas at the moment to alleviate the cities. Do you want to play? If you want to play? All right, you ready? Let's go, ready? Off you go. Oh, good boy. A good lad. He's a good boy. Oh, he's a good boy. He's like, yeah, I'm a good boy. Papa? Judy? Slowly I'm drying off. I had the dogs jumped all over me and put mud all over me, so I had to literally wash my clothes while they're on me. Like it's summer, not winter. And Poppy, what are you doing, buddy? Hi, Chappy boy. Chappy Park? What are you doing, Chap? Chappo. El Chappo. What are you doing? Anyway, it's Sunday morning here. And it is 8 a.m. just about. Oh, good boy. Got all this wood here, $1 a piece. It's all treated. It's very good wood for helping stabilise things under the house, because there are a lot of bits where the house just needs some help. So that will be good. Right, let's go in and do some morning fizz. Do some karaoke, I suppose. Well, I'm glad about the bus anyway, so I'm going to turn this one off. And I'll come back on and do singing, so the bus is separate. But I hope everyone has a lovely day. Thanks so much for hanging out. Bye for now.